On today's video, my three youngest daughters are going to be catching some huge UP bluegills, but before we get to that, we're going to have to fix some wiring issues on my boat that a mouse caused. Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. It's Dave Knetter from Knetter's Practical Outdoors. And here's the story. I got my boat out this spring, started checking it over, and I realized I had some serious electrical issues going on. I did not have a fish finder. I did not have a gas gauge. I didn't have some of the lights that are on my boat. Like I said, I had some serious electrical issues going on. So I started following the wiring around, and I came to this back compartment in my boat, and as you can see, there was a huge mouse nest. Some mouse had taken up residency in my boat over the winter, built a nest, and decided to eat some of my wiring. This is the wiring harness that comes from my instrument cluster. That has the switches for my live well, my bait well, the lights on the boat, the gas gauge, and a few other things. And as you can see, that mouse just ripped that wiring harness apart. So I got that all cleaned up, and then I came to the transducer cable. And the transducer cable was bit completely through, and that obviously explains why I didn't have a depth reading on my fish finder. Now, fortunately, I had a lot of length in all these cables, so I was able to cut the bad parts out. Now, repairing those wires in that wiring harness, that shouldn't be too bad. All the wires were color-coded, so I just have to match up color for color. And again, I had plenty of length, so when I cut the bad stuff out, I had a lot of extra wire to work with. So I'll just be butt splicing those back together, matching color to color, and then I'll run a piece of heat shrink tubing over the top, shrink that down, and I should have a real good permanent repair. Now, repairing the transducer wire is a totally different animal. That transducer wire is a very small shielded cable. And what I mean by a shielded cable is there is a center conductor, and that center conductor is insulated from a shield that goes all around the outside of it. So what I have to do with that one is I'm going to be soldering that center conductor back together, putting a small piece of heat shrink over the top of that, melting it down. And then I'm going to have to bring that shield back all around to cover up the repair. It's very important that the center conductor and the shield aren't connected in any way, shape, or form. They have to be separate. And the function of that shield is to do just what it says, to shield that center conductor from any outside noise or interference. Whenever you're dealing with low voltage, high speed signals going down a cable, those signals are kind of susceptible to interference from outside electrical noise. The purpose of that electrical shield is to essentially grab any outside electrical noise and run it off to a safe place and not let it get into that center conductor and corrupt the information that's traveling down that center conductor. Now, to repair that shield, I will take some of the conductors of the shield and solder them together to make sure I have good electrical continuity through the length of the cable. And then after I do that, I'll take the remaining part of the shield, wrap it all around that center conductor, and then I'll put a piece of heat shrink over the whole thing. And it should be good to go. Stuff all the wires back in the compartment, and we'll see what happens. I know, it's a good thing that we got that fish finder fixed, right? Because now it's working.
Yeah.
And now we can kind of see what we're doing a little bit better.
Yes.
And then that helps us to catch fish, right? Yep. Remember what was wrong with it?
Yes.
What happened?
That the mice chewed on it.
I know.
And why I don't like those mice.
Okay.
Punch them in the booty. Nail kick.
Yeah.
I got some drinks.
Alright, stop. And we'll lift it up. Okay.
Good job, Harry. Make it pee on her.
Sure, Barry. Alright, lift them up. Lift them up. Hang on to it.
Let go. I can't push it. Sorry.
Here, do this. Keep reeling. You got it. Hang on to it right up here even, like this.
Okay.
Try that.
Yeah. Oh. Almost got away. I can't push it.
Like this.
I think the bug spray's wearing off.
Stop. No, you're pushing it the wrong way. Like this.
Oh, I know.
There you go. Alright, let's stop there. Yeah, there's a fish. Millie, 1, 2, 3, go.
Remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. These are the Canaries, and thanks for watching. God bless.
We're not going to shore, Dad.